to the system? Because obviously it was something we got written up on the change. Do you see us needing less of these where we're not getting 6, or do you see these, like as people
absolutely
get
hope
trained
that-
further
yeah.
along?
Yeah.
Yes, I hope that we will definitely see less of these. Because this isn't just an exception or just, you know, a formality. This is supposed to be somewhat of a punishment. If we have too many of these, we are really going to have a problem.
Well, thank you for working on it.
Yeah. I know we've talked about that policy. Thank you for finally getting it hashed out for us. Appreciate that. Dan, any questions? Does the committee have any action that they want to take? I assume we need to pass these in emergency if we can.
If we can, yes, especially the CHIP program and the
Okay.
Pioneer programming and that full service. But like I said, the Michael Baker.
We want to pay the bills.
Yeah.
We want to pay the bills.
I'll make a motion, I'll lump all these together. Can I say resolution 9 through 14? Does that work?
That works
Yeah.
for me.
Make a motion, I think I got them all. 9 through 14, resolution 9 through 14, 2026, add to tonight's agenda. And if Mrs. Ramos shows up, try to suspend the rules and pass on first reading.
Okay, I
I'll
have a
second
motion.
that.
All righty, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. That motion carries, and we will put 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 on tonight's agenda. We'll ask for a suspension of the rules if possible, and pass on first reading. Is there any other business to come before the committee tonight? Hearing none, I would entertain Dan's motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Dan. We are adjourned at 6, I'll call it 6:09.
All right, it's now 6:30. We'll be calling the Public Works and Economic Committee to order. Members are Mrs. Ramos, Mr. Rippeth, myself. Alternate is excused absence, Mr. Simley. We got one item to discuss tonight, and that's proposed ordinance 12, 2026. It's in regards to the building of the 12-bay airport, the hangar at the airport. Everybody got the paperwork on that, your proposed legislation this week and stuff. And I've got Mr. Kennedy and Mr. Bedard here for questions, if we have any more specific questions on it and stuff. Does the committee have any questions on this?
I think they covered it when they were here the other day.
Yeah. Mrs. Ramos, do you have any questions?
I don't really have a question, just a statement that, I just want to make sure that the rents pay for the loan. And the loan's 3%, right?
Yeah, what do you guys want to?
Correct, Cheryl, that is a 3% SIB loan from the state of Ohio. Same type of loan that we did with the city on the 2019 hangar. Since we built that 7 years ago, we've had 0 vacancy. We anticipate having the same with this hangar. And yes, the rents do substantiate the repayment of the loan in full with no subsidy from the city. I believe our projections show that we'll actually have $1,000 left over at the end of the loan.
And Mr. Kennedy, the list of people that are, it's vastly bigger than what the 12 hangars are.
Yeah, we have it, we have submitted a list of.
The demand's higher.
18 pilots that were looking for hangar space at our airport. And so, yeah, I feel very confident that we will have it rented the day we open the hangar.
So, if, say there's some vacancies and the rents aren't covering the payment, what happens then?
We would probably use the rental income, the reserve fund will take care of the first years and things. But if you would get some vacancy, we have other rental income from the other hangars we have at the airport, outside of the 12-bay hangar. Actually, right now, that 12-bay hangar, I don't have an exact figure, but we have approximately $15,000 to $18,000 of rents that are collected from the 2019 hangar that have not been used for the repayment of the loan in the 2019 hangar. So there's another reserve fund we could dip into if we did have some vacancies, but I do not anticipate that happening.
So, on the 2019 loan, are we ahead in
Way
paying
ahead.
that off?
Way ahead. We were fortunate enough during COVID to receive 2 grants from the FAA that we applied to that loan. So we reduced our payment, the way the auditor did it. Instead of keeping the payment schedule the same, she reduced the payment. So that gave us some extra funds to
So,
deal with.
in effect, by virtue of doing that, we're collecting more in rent than we're remitting to the SIP. So that's why we have this buildup of excess funds.
So with the excess funds, are we paying off the first loan faster? Instead of just reducing the payment?
The auditor chose not to do that.
Okay.
Especially at 3%.
Yeah. I'm like, pay everything off as
But
quick
it-
as you can.
I'm the same way, Cheryl.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not on the committee, I suppose, but, so how many years do we have left on the first SIB loan?
2038,
So 16, I'm sorry,
So-
12 years.
12 more years.
So, yeah, so quite a while. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was shorter than that.
So at any time, we can change that, make more payments and pay it off quicker, right? Any of the loans, any of the 2 loans?
I didn't catch the question.
Oh, so on the 2019 loan, you just said that instead of paying it off faster, we've reduced payments.
Correct.
So my question is, can you, increase the payments and pay it off faster anytime?
Yeah, there's no prepayment penalty in the SID loan. Yes, we could. That's what we were able to do with the FAA funds that we got, the 2 grants that we got. There was approximately $80,000, somewhere in that area, that they applied to the loan. And on the audit, the schedule that we were provided, those are shown as paid in, I believe, 2022 or 2023. So that was done.
Okay.
In fact, I see here on your information you sent out at the last time that we were meeting, you said that in 2038, when that first loan is paid off, we'd have $44,000 that we could essentially knock 4 years off the loan. That was in your documentation.
That would be my suggestion.
Yes.
But I have no idea who your auditor is gonna be. She
Right.
may not agree with what I think.
Okay.
Regardless, if it went full term, the rents from the hangar
We'll
rents
cover it.
will pay for the new loan, regardless of where the 2019 hangars are. My idea is to get us as self-sufficient as we can be, as quickly as we can be, and then that money will come directly into the city to subsidize the airport for future projects. And there are going to be future projects.
And what would the new loan be? Is it another 20 years?
It's 20-year loan, right?
20-year loan, correct?
So
With
then this
17 and a half years of payments, that's the nice thing.
Oh,
First 2.5 years, you don't have.
First 2.5 years,
So
you'll
you'll have
pay
that,
interest
yeah,
only the second,
from the
the
rent.
last 18 months.
It's still a 30-year loan, right?
20.
20-year loan?
20.
Mrs. Dem, so was there, or I don't know if you know off the top of your head, but, so what is the money that we're banking? What are we using that for? Or are we just putting that in a,
So all of
savings
the
or rainy
rents
day?
from the 12-bay hangar are going into Fund 375, and that's to pay this debt loan. And when he was speaking about the auditor, which you chose to do, that was the former auditor, but I do see that those COVID money was paid in 2021, and the payments are now 30,000, right around $31,000 a year. And they do have a balance of about 62,000 we would expect at the end of this year to carry over. So we do have that 60,000 in there to carry over for when they're May in the, and then it's until 2038, if there are any vacancies, that should cover that. And just, as a reminder, the revenue that we bring in, it's not consistent. It's not always every month. Some people
Some of them
pay
pay
ahead.
6 months
some
ahead.
pay- yeah,
Some pay a year.
yeah, so, and I don't know that if any of them pay late. I don't receive those checks, I'm not sure, I think the service director's office might be keeping track of who's making their payments and, when those are being made. But it's not a consistent every month receiving the revenue. So we do want to make sure that there is a balance in there to cover that.
because we do pay the loan back every month,
No, we do twice a year,
twice a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
And we have about 7 of the 12 hangar tenants in the 2019 hangar pay annually. So we get that money in May of every year upfront for the year. And they make a May payment and they make a November payment. So we're actually holding the hangar tenants' money since they pay a year, they're paying for the whole year.
Mhm.
You don't have to worry, it just makes it easier that the auditor doesn't have to keep track of who's
Well,
paying
yeah,
what,
sure.
the service director's office.
Anytime somebody wants to give us money in advance, that's a good thing.
So with the balance of 60-some thousand, and they pay $31,000 a year, by the time the payments would start, 2 years after it was constructed, this current one would be paid off?
It's
Now,
still
we still
2013.
owe, $300-some thousand on the 2019 hangar.
possibly 2037, it just depends on,
There is funds in the city's account from the hangar tenants that have not been put towards the 2019 loan. So that is in the city's coffer. So to answer Cheryl's question, if we did get 2 or 3 hangars that were empty for an extended period of time, we have funds from the 2019 hangar we could apply to the new hangar. Again, I've got 7 years of experience in the 2019 hangar with zero empty
Yeah,
hangars.
vacancy is not an issue, any of the hangars at the airport.
Lack of spaces.
That is one of the reasons we recommended this project at the beginning with the funds that became available, because FAA never gave you funds to build hangars. And I think I mentioned that the first time, that's unbeknownst to me, because every airport in the country needs hangars. That's the revenue generator for them. But the FAA looks at it apparently as, we're not gonna fund a revenue producing projects. Which doesn't make sense to me, because if they produce revenue and make you a profit, it's less money they have to give you in the future. It seems contradictory to me, but I don't make the rules of the FAA. We got that with the bipartisan infrastructure law, and 5 years ago, we jumped on it, and we've been planning for this project ever since. So we hope that we have council's
And,
blessing.
Mr. Kennedy, you would like to see this passed this evening.
Yeah, we
On an
prefer
emergency,
of
because-
the bids that are out there, so we can let the bids, and I'd love for it to be an emergency, if you could see your way to do it, so we can notify the contractors, lock in the project, and let's get this thing started.
Yeah, this-
With 5 years in the
The
making.
sooner we get it built, the sooner we get to paying it back.
Get it built, so the sooner we get the revenue producing.
Any other questions from council?
Adam, I think I sent a couple emails. I mean, do you have an opinion? Do you have an opinion on this, or from a financial, maybe not from a whether we should do it or not, but just a financial standpoint?
it does sound like a good opportunity, and especially, I don't know if they've made you aware that in this, there's also a taxiway that needs to be built as part of, which is on that sheet that they gave you. So this is going to involve 2 projects, one for the taxi lane and one for the hangar. And it's, from what I understand, it's only the hangar alone that we will be
Right.
responsible for.
The taxiway is 100% covered
100%.
between FAA and ODOT,
Yeah, we even got our city share picked up by the state of Ohio this year on the tax lane project.
Which they weren't going to.
Additional $9,000 that we thought we were gonna have to pay. State came in and gave us the $9,000 grant.
Yeah, my
So the taxiway costs us 0. The only place we fell short was in the actual construction of the hangar.
I don't know, I can't predict the future. They've had the first 12 hangars, they've been rented out, they said every month. I don't know that we will be able to use any money left over, even once the 2019 loan is paid off. What I'm concerned about is the upkeep and the maintenance. There's really not any money going into our capital improvement fund or our general fund to cover the maintenance on the hangars, any storm damage, any,
Actually, isn't there a maintenance fee that we collect for all the hangars at the airport?
that's,
There is, but you also have to keep in mind, this is a pre-engineered building, steel construction, metal roofs, non-combustible construction. I mean, we don't have many non-combustible construction buildings in the city of New Philadelphia. I mean, these buildings typically last 35 to 40 years before you even have to paint them. So low maintenance, we have to do rollers and, maybe spend $1,000 every 3 years to tighten up cables. Last time, we did it like 4 years into the project, I think it was $1,100 to have somebody come in and tighten up the cables, grease all the doors. But they're literally, there's nothing in them, there's electric, there's LED lights, there's no heat, there's no water, there's not much that can go wrong other than storm damage,
Well,
which
if
you
I-
have with every city.
If I could say, and I've already shared this with both of you, I don't think Heather's talking about these two new ones regardless. We're talking about the other ones. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Forget the two 12-bay, say nothing's gonna happen to.
thought
And I told you already, and I told you too, Bob, that I've gotta worry about the other ones. That's why you're gonna raise it in January.
Yeah.
So that's what you should bring up as far as the fact that we're gonna raise it in January.
I thought you
to
were
make-
referring to the maintenance, there's nothing in these payments for the
You're
maintenance
talking
of
about
these
revenue
two
generation.
buildings.
She's talking about
Right.
revenue generation for the
Yeah.
other things that may happen at the other hangars that are old, and some things can happen to that.
I misunderstood what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Well, actually, all three, I mean, you never know if a door
We are
goes
increasing
bad,
those at
but
the beginning of the year.
Right,
Yes, we
right,
are.
and that's what I'd asked, and that's why.
And the rents of the other hangars also.
The airport commission is looking to raise that maintenance fee beginning in January 2027.
There you
So
go.
that's gonna bring in some additional revenue. But more importantly, though, you talk about revenue generation, each of these 12-bay hangars, once they're fully paid off, they're gonna generate $45,000 a year in free income. So when these two hangars get paid off, that's $90,000. That's more than what we generate with all the other hangars at the city airport.
But it seems
but if
that
they
a lot
have
of the
a
revenue
lifespan
that's
of
coming
30
in right now
40
is
years.
paying for future projects and not the maintenance. I'm concerned also about the taxiways and the runways. What happens when you start getting potholes and, I don't know what the lifespan on the taxiways and the runways are, but we're not reserving enough of the maintenance fees to pay for those, and the upkeep on the old hangars that, I believe there's a dirt floor in
So-
a couple.
Just like any other public works, there's always gonna be maintenance that's gonna be involved. And the sooner we can get revenue generation with hangars like this, and this is probably the biggest thing that we can do, then there'll always be a shortfall. Even if we didn't even build this hangar, there's still gonna be a pothole out there,
Yeah.
if you wanna reuse that reference. There's still gonna be other added
Hopefully
expenses.
no potholes.
But by reducing this type
You
of
see
an
that
asset,
in the
and once we
LaGuardia
get off
Airport,
that
there's a
system,
sinkhole.
now it's just a free flow of cash.
Well, that's why I'm thinking,
In,
we have in there
LaGuardia-
that maybe the
LaGuardia
2019
Airport
could
in
go,
New York.
rents could
There's a
go
sinkhole
towards
in
this
one.
new loan, but I would expect by 2038 that you're going to have some maintenance, again, on the taxiways or especially the old hangars.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the way that the expenses are built is that the FAA typically takes care of like 90% of the cost of the project. And I can't recall, but the new taxiway that we just had constructed.
And almost all of those projects, the ODOT would take care of the other 10%.
Right.
Yeah.
So the city's cost is gonna be,
So the city received a $2 million taxiway improvement here recently. The FAA paid like 90% of that, and ODOT paid the other 5%, so the city had to come up with the 5%. So we get a $2 million project for, 5%.
Yeah, and that's why I say that it's hard to pass that up, but in the meantime, in the general fund, we're only bringing in about $30,000 in revenue when we have about $70,000 in expenses. So we're in the hole every year in general fund because of so much of this is the maintenance fees are going into the capital improvement airport fund and not general fund to cover the electric bills and the other maintenance.
Being the fact that this project is net neutral, this project is not gonna add to your expenses. Or the ask that we're looking for council to pass.
But as we're struggling to
Great
keep our
point.
heads above the water in the general fund, we really need to put more of the revenue in the general fund to take care of the insurances and the taxes and the utility bills. Like I said, we're almost $40,000
Yeah,
negative for airport when we're struggling to keep safety forces and buy a dump truck.
Mr.
And so,
McAdoo.
but
Oh,
like I
sorry.
said, it's a great opportunity. I hate to pass this up, but I just want to make sure everybody's aware that
We are.
the
Mr.
airport's
McAdoo, you had a
not
comment on that?
Yeah, what I was
self-sustaining.
gonna say is, I think with any type of project we have, and to Heather's point, and to Bob makes a great point of, regardless of the taxiway, the runway, any shifting or anything, that's done regardless if it's 12-bay hangar sitting there. There could be potholes next year, regardless of this 12-bay hangar. You got a 12-bay hangar, that'll be self-sufficient, pays for itself, and you've gotta start looking out for down the road when it's paid off. Now you got $90,000 versus what you're saying, you only got 30 that's coming in. You've gotta look down the road. If not, we're still gonna be stuck at 30 and no 12-bay hangar. The 12-bay hangar also produces more jet fuel, more people coming into the restaurants, more people coming into the city. Everybody that's gonna house their stuff there. To me, it's like a project that's better than our small cities paving, that we gotta get paving done and they pay 90%. This is something that's gonna pay for itself. And at the end of the day, looking out, I know we won't be here, I know Heather won't be here, but someone's gonna reap the benefits of an extra $90-something thousand coming in. We do nothing, I don't know, you got an extra 40 in because of the other 12-bay hangar. But when you got someone paying the bill and the jet fuel and everything else coming in there, I don't know where, I guess you gotta ask yourself, what's the downside to a project like this?
Thank you, Mr. McNamara.
I think, Ron, I appreciate your guys' passion for this. I know, Mr. Kennedy, I know you fly. I mean, I know you have a passion for what you do, and it's very obvious. And I think that from a business standpoint, the business plan you guys put together for this is better than any business plan in the year and a half that I've been here that I've seen, right, for spending money. But I think, you know, a month ago, we were trying to figure out how to find $40,000 to buy a bucket truck. So then the optics, and I don't always like to go by optics because optics are, I'm not saying I'm going strictly by that. But we were looking for 40 grand to buy a bucket truck a month ago, and, you know, Ron, rightfully so, you were upset because we didn't have it. And now we're gonna take out a loan for, you know, $600,000 respectfully to build something that only a small segment of the population uses. And I'm having a hard time. I mean, like Heather said, I mean, it seems like a great opportunity in paper. Some of the things you mentioned about maintenance, I think a lot of that stuff is not thought about enough, so I appreciate your comments on that. But, just given where we're at right now, the conversations it feels like we should be having are about saving money and not taking out more loans. So that's just my 2 cents. I understand you guys might not agree, and I'm totally okay with that.
Conversation
To that
for
point,
finance
the
committee.
12-bay hangar is not taking anything out
As
of
I say, this is
anywhere.
net neutral, there's no money.
There's no money, it's not
being
taking
spent
anything out of
for
the 40,000 I was gonna get for
I
a
understand
bucket
that,
truck.
I understand that, but in a
That
sense,
money
it's,
wasn't going anywhere.
right, I
towards
understand
that.
that. No, and I understand that.
It
I'm
wasn't
just,
going there.
I think it's, part of it's the optics of it. You know, we're asking the safety director to cut, staff on his side. We're trying to do different things to save money, but we're gonna take out a loan for $600,000. Again, I understand if everybody doesn't agree with that point of view, but that's just how I'm seeing it.
I think what we need to keep in mind is that everything that happens within that fence down there at the airport stays within that fence down there. So like that, those monies aren't affecting our general fund and all that stuff. It's everything's staying inside that fence, and we have to keep that in mind, that yes, we're taking out a loan, but it's for inside that fence, and it's gonna pay for itself inside that fence. It's not going to affect the city's finances, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to say there is, and I don't know, maybe everybody don't know this, maybe you don't know this, Brian, but any money that's generated off the leases, anything from anything like that, can't go into the general fund to pay payroll. Anything that's generated down there, whether it's the farm lease, it's the lease from the restaurant, it's the hangar rents, anything like that can't come in and pay for the bucket truck per se. It has to stay,
With
the
the
way
airport.
the rules are, that it has to stay within the fence of the airport.
Now, we can move money from maintenance down there to capital improvement, or vice versa, like the auditor was speaking of,
Yeah.
you know.
For projects
if
down
need
there.
be, if something happens down there.
Right, right.
Mrs. Ramos?
Just to dovetail off of what the auditor said, it just seemed like too, it's probably a discussion for another meeting, not on this subject, but, the $40,000, I think you said, that goes to the airport to pay for insurance and stuff like that, is there any way the airport can pay that cost? The funds from the airport pay that cost?
There's been a couple of ordinance changes where at one point, 50% of the rents was going into the airport master capital and 50% was going into the general fund. There's been a couple of those ordinance changes. And right now, the most recent one, and I don't remember what year that changed, 75% of the pro av rent and the restaurant rent is going into the airport capital funds, and only 25% is going into general funds. So I would suggest that that be changed and more go into the general fund to take care of those expenses. I don't know if we can change the airport capital fund and just have all expenses. I know that's what they would like to do, but with that being an airport capital fund, I don't know that we can just combine and take everything out of the general fund. Or the alternative,
Well,
like I
that'd
said,
be,
is to
yeah,
have an ordinance
conversation
to
for another-
change.
Right.
Another
Another
meeting.
meeting?
Yeah.
Seeing the time, is there any action to be taken on proposed ordinance 12, 2026?
Well, being that it is a net zero to the city, I'm going to propose that we put it on tonight's agenda and ask for suspension of the rules.
Thank you, Mr. Ribbons. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Second, Mrs. Ramos. We'll take a vote. Mr. Ribbons?
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes also. Is there anything else to come before committee? Seeing none, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
Cheryl?
I'll move.
So, thank you, Mrs. Ramos, at 6:57.
Defer.
Ready?
Ready.
Am I overthinking this? Is it over?
It's 7 o'clock, and I'm going to call the zoning annexation committee to order. Myself, Cheryl Ramos, the chair, and committee members Dan Lonzer is here, and alternate Mike Walker. So the purpose of our meeting tonight is to consider, I'll just name all, we've got three purposes. To consider ordinance 2026 to vacate an unnamed alley. Resolution 7, 2026 indicating what municipal services will provided to the parcel at 1854 Hillendale Road Northeast. That's the Heil annexation. And Resolution 8, 2026 indicating what municipal services will be provided to there's three parcels located at 1767 Hillendale Road Northeast. That's the Cabbage annexation. All these annexations are type 2. If you have any questions about that, I'll have Marvin explain that when the time comes. But I see the first thing I'm going to take into consideration is ordinance 13, 2026, the vacation of an unnamed alley. And I see that Mr. Rich Wine is here. Did you want to say anything about that, or?
All of the neighbors are in agreement, there's no, we've all participated in, getting the surveys done, and I don't think I have anything else to say other than answer any questions you may have.
Okay, and everybody on council received this about the
Diagram.
alley and the people involved. This was approved by the planning commission at their last meeting, and like you said, all the neighbors agree, and and the planning commission agreed on that as well. Do we have any comments from the committee?
Other than I'm always happy to add more territory to the corporation limit of Newfoundland out there.
Yeah, this is in between two
This is the
places that are already in the corporation.
Where is that, Ron?
It's between Springbrook on the southwest side and York Drive. Like
That's
it comes through there, what block is that? Would that be like the 400 block?
Yeah, our address is 400.
Yeah.
So it would be in the 400.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right in the
That-
400, there's an open area, you can see it, especially when you go back. Who lived on the other side in York was always the
Okay.
Beckley.
I live at 440, so I'm like, where is this?
Yeah, right
Well,
before you
and
on
the
the
reason I
left.
asked is because my driveway used to be Meadowbrook. If you look on the
Yep.
the map, so,
Yeah, it
okay.
would be, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, right before that, if you look at that big open area there,
Yep.
and as a matter of fact, before he had made it to planning, they've already had it surveyed, and there's
Surveyed
still
out,
plats
yes, I've
there,
seen the
so-
stakes.
Yep,
yes.
there you go,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay,
That's it.
understood. Gotcha.
Any questions from the administration or comments? Rest of council? And any comments from the rest of the public sitting there? Okay, so I would like a motion on this, and Marvin, I think we can pass this tonight, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that would actually be preferable.
So I'd like a motion on ordinance 13, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
And let's take a vote,
Yes.
Yes.
and I'll vote yes. Okay, so we'll put that on the agenda tonight.
Hey Cheryl, I should have said one more thing.
Oh, yes.
Just so
Go
everybody
ahead.
knows, because it was brought up at planning commission, thinking maybe that might be a way that we would bring our services over to York Drive. We're got a 12-inch that comes off of South Broadway. If we ever service that, we're gonna come right off South Broadway and run right down York Drive. So don't, I know it was okay, but I just want everybody to be assured, we did think of that, and we assured everybody that we would come off with a larger line out on South Broadway versus the 6-inch on Springbrook anyways. So we didn't try to declare a right-of-way for utilities or anything within that section, just so everybody knows.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so then, we will go to the number 2 issue here, which is Resolution 7, 2026. And that's, to indicate what municipal services will be provided to parcel 25, 00007.00, upon annexation to the city. And this is a type 2 annexation, and from what I understand, the county does all the application has been filed for that, and the county does all the work. We just have to say, yes, we're gonna provide services, when it's annexed in. Is that right?
That's correct. In type 2, council approval is not required. It's actually the preferred method of annexing into a city.
Just the municipal services is.
Yes, we're required to inform the county that municipal services are available to them, which is what this legislation does.
And, that is at 1854 Hillendale Road Northeast, the Ohio. And they have, the service director has already sent a letter. Everybody got copies of everything of this. So do we have any other comments or questions from the committee? Administration.
Also with this, yes, Chair, I'm sorry. Also on this letter, what it does is, it lets the homeowner know that if they do annex, that we will supply, it's out there. They have to still do everything, because at the end of the day, that's one of the things they're after. So that letter also does dual purposes, letting them know that, because especially on, like on this one here, when I talked with Scott Lash, or Mr. Howell, I'm sorry, his septic's about ready to foul. So, but with that is, he's gotta come to us because he's at the end of Hillendale, and he's gotta run all the way up to the entrance of Oak Shadows. But that'll all be his expense for that. We won't have anything in that. That's gonna be on him to do. I would ask, with the will of course, council here, that to have him be able to start the process as soon as possible because of that fouled system, that we would consider passing this on emergency tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think they've already started that process with the county.
What's
according
that?
to Paperwork I've gotten,
What's
the
that?
annexation.
Well, I mean, this is the last piece, and once this goes, and they'll.
Yeah,
Yeah. That,
We just
Okay.
have to say we'll provide services.
Yep.
That's what this legislation does.
so, does anybody from council have anything to say? Any questions, comments? Anybody from the public? Okay, so on this one, I will also need a motion.
I propose that we add proposed resolution 7, 2026 to tonight's agenda and ask for suspension of the rules and passage on first reading.
I'll second that.
Okay, I'll take a vote. Dan,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
and I myself, I'll vote yes. Okay, the third issue here is Resolution 8, 2026. The same thing, but, to, the parcel numbers in the, legislation that you've got, located at 1767 Hillendale Road Northeast, that's a Cabbage, in annexation into the city, again, a type 2 annexation. There are 3 parcels there. Do we have any questions or comments from the committee? Administration.
Also on these, I mean, I know you guys all have that map that was in the 3 parcels there. If you would pay attention to the letter, is a February 17th, and you know, May 11th, we're gonna try to get this one passed tonight. I would say it would be relevant to get this one also passed today.
This is the same as the one prior, they're responsible.
Yes,
for-
everything. The
Correct.
beautiful thing is, on this one, we're right out front.
Okay.
So it's easier on them.
Sure.
But, yeah, Mr. Heil has a much higher hill to climb for.
Yeah.
More expense.
Yeah, more expense, yes. But
They've actually talked to the same excavator to try to.
RLA,
Yeah,
yeah, because I've been talking with RLA also.
yeah.
But like I say, if you look at the paper, that was, I did that back on February 17th, and you look at this other one, or May, I would think it would be the right thing to just pass both these tonight if we could on emergency.
Anybody else on administration? Council? Anybody from the public? Okay, so I need a motion for this one as well.
I'll make a motion that we put Resolution 8, 2026 on tonight's agenda and suspend the rules and pass on the first reading.
I'll second that.
Sorry, I'm writing this down. Okay. Okay, I'll take a vote,
Yes?
Yes.
and I'll vote yes too. Any other matter to come before the committee? Okay, seeing none, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
The man,
Oh,
All right, 7:30, and this meeting will now come to order. Would you please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance? Mr. Rippeth.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would you please join me in prayer? Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day and for the many gifts and blessings of your love. Lord, we thank you that you are the God of the rain and the sunshine, but on days like today, we're sure glad you're the God of sunshine. We thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to serve this great city, as we also thank you for the residents and those who serve this city in every facet of service to you. Lord, we thank you, and we ask that you just bless us tonight. Bless us with wisdom, civility, your grace, as we discuss important matters that come before us. And remind us always, Lord, that we are here to serve you and to serve the residents of this city to the best of our ability. All this we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll start with roll call.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Here.
Mr. Lanzer.
Here.
Mrs. Ramos.
Here.
Mr. Rippeth.
Here.
Mr. Sears.
Here.
Mr. Simmelink. Mr. Walker.
Here.
All right, let me know that Mr. Simmelink is excused from tonight's council meeting. All right, everybody's had a chance, excuse me, to review the agenda. Are there any addition to the agenda tonight?
Yes, go ahead, Mrs. Ramos.
Mrs. Rowland, you had your hand up first.
I'd like to add ordinance 2026.
Ordinance 12, right?
No, the hanger is him. I'm 13,
You're 13.
right? 2026.
All right. Do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Walker. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Rowe, we got some more, yes.
Yeah. I'd like to add resolution 7, 2026.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Ramos again.
I'd like to add resolution 8, 2026.
Do I have a second? All right, thank you, Mr. Lanzer. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, are there any other additions? Yes, Mr. Lanzer.
Yes, Mr. President, I'd like to add proposed ordinance 12, 2026 to tonight's agenda.
Do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Rippeth. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, any other additions? Mr. Rippeth?
Thank you, Mr. President. If it pleases the chair, I'd like to lump these together to put them on the agenda tonight.
Please do.
I would like to add Resolution 9, Resolution 10, Resolution 11, Resolution 12, Resolution 13, and Resolution 14 to tonight's agenda and ask for suspension of the rules when that time comes.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that times 6.
Mr. Lanzer. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Are there any additions to the agenda? All right, hearing none, I entertain a motion to approve the agenda with the additions.
So moved, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rippeth.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Ramos. In discussion by administration, council, Roll call.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, our agenda has been approved. Minutes. Everybody's had a chance to review the minutes from our last council meeting. Are there any additions or corrections? Here none, entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
All right, thank you, Mr. Granville. Need a second. Thank you, Mr. Ramos. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, minutes have been approved. Correspondence, Ms. Courtwright.
To President Kemp from Mayor Day dated May 13th, 2026. This is an email titled Assignments to the Zoning and Annexation Committee. And Mayor Day made the following request to President Kemp that he would assign the following annexation of parcel numbers 2500295002, 2500295000, 2500295001 on Hillendale Road Northeast, annexation of parcel number 2500007000 on Hillendale Road Northeast, and vacation of Meadowbrook Drive Southwest. Mayor Day states that the annexations have been approved by the Planning Commission and recommended to council. To President Kemp from Law Director Fate dated May 26, 2026, Law Director Fate asked President Kemp to assign the following pieces of legislation to the Finance Committee, and that's proposed Resolution 9, Resolution 10, Resolution 11, Resolution 12, Resolution 13, and Resolution 14. President Kemp asked Mr. Ribbit to take that legislation into his committee. And to council and administration from Mayor Day dated May 28, 2026, the mayor's report. And that concludes correspondence for this evening.
All right, thank you, Ms. Courtwright. Moving to our administrative reports. First up, Mayor Day.
Thank you, Mr. President, council members, fellow administrators, and guests. Well, I know the news has already hit social media, but for those people who missed it, and for the folks at home, Tori Noah, the general manager of Newtown Mall, has informed me that the Hobby Lobby store will officially open at 9 a.m. on Monday, June 1st. I'm awaiting word on whether there's going to be a ribbon cutting ceremony to mark the occasion. If there is going to be, I'll inform council, and hope that you can make that. A little history, Hobby Lobby is located in the former, or is going to be located in the former Elder Dearman wing of the mall. And now the history, the company first opened its first store in Oklahoma City in 1972. Today, Hobby Lobby is the largest privately owned arts and crafts retailer in the world, with over 1,000 stores operating in 48 states. Hobby Lobby joins Dick's Sporting Goods, Kohl's, and Sephora, Ashley Furniture, Marshall's, and Ulta Beauty as the anchor stores at Newtown Mall. So at least our mall is trying to hold its own in these days of shopping on the internet and competition with other box stores. The new inclusive playground at Tuscarora Park is a huge hit with kids. As a matter of fact, I had a mom text me today and say she was with a group of kids from Weldy Middle School at the park, and they were using the inclusive playground, and it was filled with special needs kids. So that's what we wanted, and that's a need that playground fills here in New Philadelphia. So I was so pleased to hear that. And since the playground's ribbon cutting this past Sunday, Park Superintendent Adam Fulton has told me that the playground's been busy all during park hours, so that's good. And also, there's been a lot of questions to the city and the Chamber of Commerce about the dirt on Union Avenue. People wanting to know why it's been spread across the two parcels there in the 1100 block of Union. Well, it's only fill dirt. And so the landowner has told us that there are no immediate plans to construct anything on the property. So I just wanted to inform council of that, and you can help me spread the word. It's only fill dirt. Any questions?
Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Just a
sir.
comment, and that is, my thanks to everybody who was involved in the playground project. Had my grandchildren over there this weekend, and they're 3 years old and 18 months, and just loved every second that they were there.
Yeah.
So, just kudos to everybody who worked so hard on that.
Yeah, I mean, Preston Cornell and her father, you know, to dedicate that in the memory of her mother,
Yes.
it's something special.
Mhm.
And I will say RTY has 3 new kiddie rides. They're in the process now of installing them at the park. And hopefully they'll have those up and running before the first Town Days Festival.
Great.
Anything else?
Yeah,
The rain
that's
held off.
been a great
And the
project.
rain held off, half-hour window. Yeah. And thanks to the council people who were there
Yeah.
for the ribbon cutting. I mean, that meant a lot to Preston and her dad.
Yeah, they, been a labor of love for that
Yes.
family and, so,
Yeah,
yep, so, great
okay,
facility.
thank you.
All right, next up is our service director, Mr. McAbeer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Last Thursday on the 21st, we opened bids. We did it online this time, tried something different. It was kind of unique, but a good change of gathering everybody here. So it was done all electronically, flip it over, and then there's their bids. And then still got to check the bonding and all that stuff, but it was interesting. It was the easy way to do it, so I think we might try that some more in the future. But to that point, we received three bids for the CDBG project. And two that we've worked with before. The first one, we're still waiting on a recommendation back from the engineers, because I've never had any workings with them, and I've yet to hear on a recommendation, because they gotta get out and get referrals and check, references for them. And the beauty of it is, if they come back with good references, it's around a $15,000 difference between the lowest bid and then the second bid. So we'll be waiting to hear from that, and hopefully I will update everybody at the next council meeting as far as if they grade it out okay. And then after that, naturally, we'll have a board of control and award it to them. So I just wanted to keep everybody up on that. And then also, because I haven't brought it up lately, with the rapid flashing beacons that were, that ODOT was installing, we're paying for the install out at the Tuscarora Park at at North Broadway in Tuscarora and Second in Tuscarora. I have talked with D.L. Smith, I talked with Austin here earlier in the week. On Tuesday, he given me an update that some of the stuff is starting to come in. If we remember right, it was 12-week, 16-week lead time on all that, as reported earlier. I just wanted to reach out and say, hey, what do we got going? Some anchor bolts are coming in. He talked with Pathmaster out of Twinsburg. The RFBs should be in their shop. He feels mid-June, they'll, put them all together, and then they'll come down. He wants to naturally pour the bases for them. There's very little concrete work with that, but he will install the bases. He hopes the first week in July still. I let him know about the first town days. I said, let's work on that. We may move a little ways away from that, because, and then it's a 7-day cure period on the basis for those. So, and also with them, the striping has to be done prior to them. But again, when it comes closer to that, I'll keep everybody updated, because they could still install them, just not turn them on or activate them as before that time, before the crosswalks are in, and the stops that they have there. And remember that they gotta move the ones over on Wabash, the striping of it, where they're at's fine, but that was part of that also, that needs to be moved back. So, again, I'll update further on that as I get something, let's say after mid-June, so that second meeting in June, I hope to have more, and I'll report at that time on that. Also, the downtown quadrants, what do I say, elusive pavilion. It was like Bigfoot. It is in the laydown yard, down on, in the laydown yard, what they're using is the Howden property. It is there. So, I can say today that Monday, they will start working on the pavilion. And, they've got the crane coming in and the whole bit to start that. So if they order the crane, they're gonna get some stuff done. And I just wanna say, I think they look tremendous now that some of the planning's in. The biggest part of the paves are in on some of those. They're working on naturally, the southwest quadrant now, with a lot of work. And with that project, I wanna take some time to, thank Wood Electric and Larry Wood especially. He's one of the local, contractors who got the electrical bid. And with that project, we kept seeing our carryover, our takedown, and Larry had some things in there. I reached out to him personally, said, hey Larry, can you help us? We was down to like less than $3,000 for contingency money. And I just want to publicly say thank you to Larry because he came back with $11,554 change order reduction for us. So, probably shouldn't have said it publicly yet because I have not told him, but I just learned that Wednesday. So I'll make it public and then I'll reach out to Larry myself because he did say that he would do what he could. And again, $11,554 is huge for us. We're gonna also make a change order that we have as far as our guys installing or just putting out the tables and chairs. Believe it or not, that was almost $22,000 savings just for our guys to do it. That's where this project's kind of been. So if that tells you anything, that's what you have to say. And just so everybody knows, he was on the Zoom meeting, and I had made mention of the fact that with Mr. Wood, that's the ideal thing of the difference between working with local people.
Yep.
None of this has been local, and it's been difficult, to say the least. And I did mention that on the Zoom call, or Zoom meeting with them. So, we're working through it, we'll get through it, but just the fact of a local guys and sitting there with local folks makes a huge difference. No one else came to the table, and they could have. But, again, I just want to thank Larry Wood from Wood Electric, for his generosity, as far as bringing that down some for us. Because like I say, I think they look tremendous. I mean, they're
We
coming
thank
along.
our city and police too for putting all the equipment together.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
heck of a savings,
yeah,
so.
yeah, and we'll
we
do
need to
that.
Thank them as well.
Yeah, and we'll do that probably late July, probably before we force that. And like I say, I'm just gonna take a guy from each department and bucket, because they're gonna be down at the laydown yard.
Sure.
Put them on our bucket truck. We have a lift gate on that, or not a bucket truck. I don't have a bucket truck. So, that's on my mind.
We'll get asked over.
Yeah, we get asked Dover again, but no, and they have a lift gate on it, so we're gonna take it down with that, just so everybody knows. But again, that's the thing, when you say $22,000, I mean, you gotta be kidding me. So, but again, we'll take care of that part of it, and we'll get it up there. There's not a lot of assembly with it. I wanted to know that before, and I really wanted to know if it was, $200 or $500. It was like, well, it ain't worth our time, our guys do it, but $22,000, so that's significant, and we'll do that work, just so everybody knows. And of course, if everybody, I don't know if everybody made it down on South Broadway today, we had from Mill Avenue, heading north, we tried a new product. You see some of that, it's called a trowel mix, and it's a cement slurry almost. Sets up in about an hour, you get back on it. But General Services went down there and started in the curb lane, again, heading north, and did some work down there. Brand new product. We're gonna see how it works. If you remember right, you got some of them spots that are bigger than pie, but pie shaped, and some people out of there, so we're gonna see what it does. Naturally, you're hoping for the best, and we'll see what it does, because if not, you got full depth repairs and stuff in there that are a lot more expensive than us getting in there and just trying to trowel repair that. So, we're hoping that holds up, and we'll see in the future what that does do. And why I'm publicly thanking folks, I could not do without thanking Mayor Gano and Service Director Dave Douglas. Last week, before the Memorial Day, the flags were not up because we don't have a bucket truck. So I called Mayor Gano and Mr. Douglas, and I have both the superintendent's numbers for Dover, and I just wanted to ask, hey, can I make a call and see if we can work something out? And they're like, hey, Ron, if you can work something out, tell them that we're okay with it. Long story short, he gave me a day to do it. If not, there would be no flags downtown back before Memorial Day, and there wouldn't still be any flags put up downtown now without their help. So again, I publicly thank them, and it just shows the need also for a bucket truck. That's end of my report.
All right, any questions?
It was just, we're talking about paving. I noticed there was a pretty good pothole on the intersection of 4th Street Southeast in front.
Okay, all right, I'll put that down. Also, I guess while we're talking about paving, I'm sorry, I'm gonna write down this 4th and front, or I'm gonna forget it as soon as I stop here. I got a price, I just wanted to get a price just to see where we was at with, if anybody's been down on Bluebell, on the side of, where Walmart, Menards, and all the businesses are over there, just the expense of what that is and what it looks like. Not all of it, but a big part of it looks like the lunar surface. So I got a price on that, it was $100,000 to do that, just so everybody aware of what it does cost to just keep some of these streets paved and maintained. I reached out to Jeff Gesner, and that's the price he gave me, do just that piece. So, to make everybody aware of that. That's in my report.
And Mr. Walker?
So with the crane coming in next week, I'm sure we need to put out there's gonna be some traffic pattern challenges in downtown, so.
Yes, and we will do that.
Yeah.
Once I get a schedule from Derek of what that actually will be, I will make sure I do that, because there will be some maintenance changes, or traffic maintenance changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Any other question, Mr. Sears?
Just because I want to say bucket truck one more time.
I will, bucket truck.
What is the status on said bucket truck?
Yeah, I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Are we,
We haven't received some of the reimbursements from the state yet to bring the balance back up in the master capital fund. And there's been additional expenses coming in.
so I think at the last meeting, we talked about some like unclaimed.
Yeah,
Is
so
that-
Danielle was working, you want me to speak? Danielle, to my knowledge, Danielle was working with Municorp to true up what checks needed to be listed that weren't previously listed, but I think that she had said we were down to having 30,000 that was available for transfer.
I didn't think it was quite that much. She was still working today on that.
Any other questions?
Is that truck just sitting there waiting for us?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, they're
Yes.
gonna,
And they have been, I don't wanna say, they're tapping on the door with, they haven't pounded on the door yet
Understood.
with Ray and them,
mhm.
but, yeah, there's
Getting
gonna.
close.
Yeah, they're tapping on it now and asking, so, yeah, we're just waiting patiently.
When Michelle, or Heather, when were those unclaimed funds, when will we know the final total?
She finally got the list we also got the water department's list this week. So she has those compiled, she just has to double check to make sure some of those checks had not been reissued. And then she'll be ready to publish the list, and then we can look at the transfer at that time. So hopefully, probably the beginning of next week, Monday or
Okay.
Tuesday.
Okay, great. Any other questions? All right, thank you, Mr. McAbeer.
Thank you.
Safety Director, Kevin's already standing up, Mr.
Another
Milligan.
curve, Mr. President, thank you, council, guests. I'm gonna start talking about the police department. We're continuing to review and evaluate the e-bike policy and ordinance that we're gonna put forward, working with the law director. I'm working with Chief Mahovey now. Consultation with the mayor earlier this week. We're also now evaluating usages of e-bikes and scooters and how they'll be operated within the park system. You know, familiar and other parks in the areas have made some restrictions to how they're utilized inside the park, so we'll also add that into our review and take a better look of what we can do safely inside the park. So, had some great conversations with other municipalities across the state, and getting a better understanding of how they're working through their e-bike challenges and ordinance. I've had a conversation at the state level with the Ohio State Highway Patrol to get a better understanding on how they're enforcing and what their understanding of the High Revised Code and some of the work that may be done in the legislation. I've seen some follow-up from Jody Salvo, our local representative. And you can see other communities in the area such as Uricksville starting to take a look at different options as it comes to e-bike. So our hope is to have something to the law director here in the next couple of weeks that we can put forward for, you know, official review. But I do feel pretty confidently over some of the work that the law director has presented to us in a draft form in our reviews, that we should be able to come with some legislation, I think, that will enhance the safety of the community from e-bikes, but also give the people who purchase e-bikes the ability to still operate them safely within, you know, some structured manner in that. So that's where we are with the e-bikes. I want to acknowledge Chief Mahovey and some of the members of the police department. They participated in the Special Olympics Law Enforcement Torch Run. It's been a passion of Chief Mahovey's for a while, and each year she gets more and more people to be involved in that. So that was just the other day, and just appreciate their support and effort they put into that. We did complete the civil service exam for the police department in the first quarter. We were certainly disappointed to only have 2 applicants take the test, which is concerning given our staffing issues that we face at the police department. But that list has been certified by the civil service exam. They are finalizing secondary testing now to bring the promotional list, or not the promotional list, the candidate list to final form and draft, potentially consider hiring a position that's budgeted. Lastly, I'd like to thank Councilman Ramos. She took the time to do a ride-along with our police department, and I will tell you it was very well received. I had multiple police officers comment how nice it was to have you out and get to experience that, and so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And I'd also encourage all of you, if you get the time and opportunity, to either A, do a ride-along with them, B, just do a tour, stop in, introduce yourself, or C, certainly reach out to me, and I'm happy to join you on a tour and talk about and visit our departments. But they were very appreciative of you taking the time to do that, and wanted to make sure I passed that thanks along to you. So
Thank you.
thank you. For the fire department, we also completed the civil service test first quarter. We had 10 applicants take the test, all passed the test, and the list was certified by the Civil Service Commission, and secondary testing's underway. As you recall, back in the budgeting process, we eliminated an additional FTE from that process. We left 2 in the budget for this year to be replaced. That was based on two things I assessed. One, the financial impact based on the current CPA language and the cost of replacing versus not replacing, and secondly, the impact it could potentially have on service. So looking at first quarter numbers, our call volume was down about 100. Out of that 100, 71 of those calls were covered by the City of Dover, the City of Uricksville, or Smith Ambulance. Out of the 71, I would conservatively estimate about 40 to 42 of them I could attribute to the short staffing or service limitations. The other ones I think would not, I can't contribute to that because of the timing of the call. Even if we had the people there, they were still gonna have to run the call. So it's not all, 71 of them from that perspective. But when I looked at the 40 or so, that you looked at the timing of the calls, the staffing on duty, the people they were in, certainly I could tie that back to, being down those 2 people that would have made a difference. From a cost perspective, first quarter overtime is about $50,000 higher than the previous Q1 2025 quarter. When I initially did the assessment of replacing, the cost of replacing versus the cost of not replacing, I was estimating somewhere between about a $65,000 to $75,000 increase in cost. because just because we don't replace them, we're still having to fill those spots, so we're paying the dollars. When you look at a first quarter cost of 2 FTEs, and I'm using benefits, pension, health, some of the work that Debbie and Heather put together for me, which I appreciate, total cost. In that first quarter, it had been somewhere between $32,000 and $37,000, depending the number that we use to have those employed, and the cost is $50,000. So we're running about $15,000 to $16,000 higher a quarter, of not having those positions filled. I do expect that to rise. First quarter of the year is usually not big when vacation and leave happens, so we are seeing an increase in the second quarter, and expect early third quarter to have those same results. So I am hoping, once the list is certified, that we can move forward with replacing those 2 FTEs. Lastly, I just want to acknowledge, and I'm going to work with the mayor, he's aware of providing some letters of commendation to one of our crews at the fire department. They were recognized at the state level and were awarded the EMS, a significant EMS award, not only regionally, but now also at the state level. So I look forward to working with the mayor in the next couple of weeks and bringing those firefighters, paramedics in to acknowledge the work that they do. We're also trying to work to have the family that was involved also attend the ceremony, so they're grateful for that. So I appreciate the work and want to make sure we acknowledge the great skills and ability that our men and women of the fire department have. So that is the end of my report. I'd be happy to take any questions.
Any questions? All right, thank you, Mr. Milligan. All right, Auditor, Mrs. Denham.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report tonight.
All right. Treasurer, Mrs. Campbell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
All right, thank you. All right, the birthday boy is law director. It's his birthday today, you know. So
Happy
I'm
birthday.
sure he has a speech.
He's 29 again.
Gotta talk to my vote.
I only hope.
I didn't talk this much all those years ago.
Sure.
But a couple of things that I've been working on, as Kevin said, we've been working pretty diligently on trying to tackle the e-bike and micromobility devices. The micromobility device is one that I think they're a little more concerned about the e-bikes. I'm very concerned about the micromobility. A micromobility device is defined in the Ohio Revised Code and in our codified ordinances are motorized vehicles that are less than 100 pounds and travel at less than 20 miles per hour. Those are your scooters that when we were kids used to push like this, and now they're motorized and they go pretty fast. And as I said, we had a bad accident on West High involving one of those where a person had to be life flighted, going right down the middle of West High. The city that I am, one of the cities that I've been looking at and been modeling it after, I had some trouble getting a copy of their legislation. They had a law director for 33 years, and he retired, and they had trouble finding a replacement. So they were contracting out with private firms, and I finally found out who the private firm was and got a hold of who in that firm did it, and they sent me everything, and their legislation on this was 13 pages long, and it's a little more comprehensive than what I think we need. It was almost kind of a nanny state kind of thing, if you're familiar with that term, where they would have required just regular bicycle riders to have a whole bunch more things than what the Ohio Revised Code had. And I thought that was a little more than what we were looking at, so I'm kind of paring through it and paring it down to make it fit what our needs are. As I said, one of my primary ideas that I liked, that I'm borrowing from them, is that like a micromobility device wouldn't be allowed to be operated on any street unless the posted speed limit was 25 miles per hour or below, which would have prevented the accident that happened on West High. And so that's one of the things that I'm looking at, and I'm hoping, working in conjunction with Kevin and the chief of police, that we will have some comprehensive thing to put before council here pretty soon.
If I can just chime in on that, one thing that Marvin triggered me on is there's two things. One, we're also reviewing the utilization of ATVs. More and more ATVs are being plated, and you're starting to see them run, in cities. So we are also taking that into review. One of the challenges that we face, at least I face, and I think Chief Bahovy and I have not talked to the law director about this. I think it's easy to come up with some ordinance that on paper, meets the needs of being safety. in speaking to some of my colleagues in other municipalities, enforcement's another issue. Identifying what it is they're riding, when they're riding, and then ultimately we're dealing with kids, right? And what does enforcement look like from that perspective? So one of the reasons I can say it's probably taking a little longer than I hoped is we're trying to get our heads around, okay, it's one thing to put it on paper, but what's enforcement gonna look like? And how are we setting our law enforcement officers up for success to do that, but being fair and equitable from the standpoint and recognize it is kids that mostly, now there's adults, I'm not saying it's just that, but the majority is gonna affect kids.
Wasn't the person on the scooter, he was an adult, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was an adult.
He was an adult. So, but as I've pointed out before, police have a lot of discretion, so do prosecutors. Our first instinct isn't gonna be to cite somebody, it's gonna be get them off the street and safety, and someplace safe, so that they're not riding their micromobility device down the middle of West High Avenue, down where, all the restaurants and businesses are, where it can be pretty dangerous. I think the speed limit there is 35, and most people are going 35 to 40, 45 miles per hour. It's pretty dangerous if you're on a little scooter that goes less than 20 miles per hour. So that's how I think it's gonna flesh out. It's not gonna be something where we're gonna be citing people, but the city that I'm looking at, they dealt with everything. They'll deal with not only micro-mobility devices, they deal with bicycles, they deal with motorcycles, and they also deal with something that I'm seeing more and more, which is these little, they're little tiny, what we used to call dirt bikes, but they're really small to the ground dirt bikes, and they regulated those also, and I've seen those, and if those are on a street, they're really hard to see, because they're down here, and you just can't see the kid on there, and it can be really dangerous. Because I've seen them zipping around near my neighborhood, which is, a residential neighborhood, and I'm just thinking, man, that kid comes flying in front of me, I'm gonna see him. Those are some of the things that I'm working on. And then I want to inform council that I will be out of the office next week for my birthday and in honor of my son's birthdays. This is the gift they asked for, they had a choice. And I'll be in New York City all next week to celebrate all our birthdays. And I've been eating cold meat sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and supper for the last 3 years, so I can afford this trip. And I'm really looking forward to it, and so are the kids. It's the first big trip we've had. Last big trip was to Washington DC in 2021. And so this will be the first big trip we've had in for over 5 years. So we're pretty excited about that, and we're trying to fit it in before everything starts with soccer. But I'm gonna send out another informational thing through the clerk so that everybody has my assistant law director Heidi Sanders' cell phone number, so that you can, I've sent that out before, and when you get this, please add her number to your phone. I'm always available, like I said. Sam Hitchcock called me when I was in line at Disney World for Pirates of the Caribbean in 2016 and had a question for me during the council meeting. And I took the call and I answered it, so I am always available, but certainly Mrs. Sanders come a long way and is an invaluable part of my office, and I know she can handle any questions or concerns that you have. And I spent most of this week trying to make sure that everything that I was aware of was done before I go. So that's what's been going on, and I appreciate your indulging me in this, and so that we can have this family time. But I'm looking forward to it. I also wanted to congratulate the New Philadelphia Quakers varsity baseball team. They became district champions tonight in another thriller. They have a tendency to win these thrillers in the last inning. They were down 2-1 in the bottom of the sixth and came back and won it with a walk-off hit, winning 3-2 in the bottom of the sixth. So very exciting to have district champions, and this is a very good team. I love baseball, but this is a very, very special team of young men, and they deserve a lot of praise for what they're doing. And I'm really looking forward to the days ahead and seeing what they can pull off, because it's been a very exciting year. I just wanted to acknowledge them and what they've done. If you have any questions for me, please let me know.
Any questions? All right, thanks, Marvin. All right, we'll move into our board commission report. Planning Commission, Mayor Day.
Planning Commission will be meeting, the second Tuesday of next month at 1 PM here in the council chambers, and we're still developing the agenda.
All right. Board of Zoning Appeals, Mr. McAbeer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Board of Zoning Appeals is scheduled to meet, June 9th at 5 PM here in council chambers.
All right. Airport Commission, Mr. Alonso.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Airport Commission will be meeting June 9th at 6 PM at the Harry Cleaver Field Airport Meeting Room. And Airport Commission is also asking if we could suspend the rules and pass proposed ordinance 12/2026.
All right. Park Board, Mr. Sears.
Thank you, Mr. President. No report. The next regularly scheduled park board meeting is June 17th at the Park Pavilion.
All right. Health Board, Nicole, I know Mr. Similak is not here. Any report?
Sure, I can give you a report. I don't
Sure.
really have any prepared remarks tonight. However, I had a very productive meeting with President Kemp and the mayor here in the last week or two. There was a lot of irons in the fire currently with the health department, but I am working, as we discussed in our meeting, on aggressively working towards a budget for 2027 and a presentation to prepare for council on exactly how we plan to spend our money in 2027 that will be presented later this fall to you all. You will see us, it's busy season, we are out in a lot of events right now in the community. Public health does not take place in these four walls here, so you'll see my staff out and about, meeting people exactly where they're at in the community, educating and helping out. We've had a stellar month this month in a lot of our projects. Fire program has surpassed the amount that we've done any other month so far in this month. Mosquito tablets that we have for free on a grant, we've passed out more of those in the last month than we have any other month. We're gonna be starting spraying. I know we're already getting calls, however, we have to wait until the sprayer has been calibrated. That will be next week. So then Zach will start following up and spraying. If you're having trouble in your areas, you can call and let us know. But all around, I would say we're just super busy in the office right now.
When's the next board
Health
meeting?
board meeting will be the second Wednesday of next month at noon. Anyone is welcome to join us.
And that would be what date?
June 10th.
June 10th.
10th.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. We'll move into our council committee reports. Finance, Mr. Griffith.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Finance Committee met tonight at 6 PM here in council chambers. We had some resolutions we had to discuss regarding the newly implemented then and now policies that we're doing on purchases. The committee voted unanimously to forward 6 pieces of legislation tonight regarding those then and now expenses and asked for suspension of the rules. And we were able to adjourn at 6:09 PM.
All right, thank you. Public Works and Economic Development, Mr. Alonso.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Public Works and Economic Development Committee met this evening at 6:30. And we had a good conversation and lots of questions regarding proposed ordinance 12/2026. Committee, you voted unanimously to add that to tonight's agenda and ask for suspension of the rules and passage on first reading.
All right. Zoning and Annexation, Mrs. Ramos.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee met tonight at 7 o'clock, and we discussed 3 issues. The first one being ordinance 13/2026, that's the vacate the alley Meadowbrook Drive Southwest. And also Resolution 7/2026 and 8/2026 about municipal services being provided for 2 annexations. That's the Hale and the Cabbage annexation, and also the committee asked for suspension on the rules and pass on first reading for all 3.
All right, thank you. Salary, Mr. Cranbill.
Thanks, Mr. President. No report this evening.
All right, cemetery, Mr. Sears.
Thank you, Mr. President. No report this evening.
All right, special and contact, Mr. Walker.
Thank you, Mr. President. No report this evening.
All right, floor is now open for visitors' comments. Anyone wishing to address council should rise, state your name, and address all comments to the chair. You will have 5 minutes. Anyone wishing to address council this evening? All right, here none. Council comments, any council members with comments? I'd just like to piggyback on Quakers winning 3-2 tonight. It's a big win for our baseball team on to the regionals. All right, we'll move into our legislative agenda. You ready to read?
Yes.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Ordinance number 4, 2026, an ordinance by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio, amending the traffic code to prohibit overtaking and passing upon the right in a specified area during restricted hours on school days for safety reasons and declaring an emergency. Second reading.
Is there any action to be taken on this ordinance tonight? All right, hearing none to be held for 3rd reading at our next council meeting.
Ordinance number 10, 2026, an ordinance by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio, to amend ordinance 703.03C with regards to the cost of the garage sale permit fee and declaring an emergency. Second reading.
Is there any action to be taken on this ordinance tonight? All right, hearing none to be held for 3rd reading at our next council meeting.
Ordinance number 12, 2026, an ordinance by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio, authorizing the mayor to apply for an Ohio Department of Transportation State Infrastructure Bank SIB loan to assist the city of New Philadelphia in funding to finance the construction of a 12-bay nested T-hangar in the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio at Harry Clever Airport and declaring an emergency. First reading.
Is there any action taken on this ordinance tonight, Mr. Lonzo?
Yes, Mr. President, I move that we suspend the rules on ordinance 12, 2026.
Do I have a second?
I'd second that, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ribbeth. Into discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, rules have been suspended. Now,
Yes, Mr. President, I ask that we pass ordinance 12, 2026.
do I have a second?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ribbeth. In discussion by community, administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
No.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, ordinance 12, 2026 has passed.
Ordinance number 13, 2026, an ordinance to vacate an unnamed alley running north to Springbrook Drive and separating lots number 5270 and 5271, owned by James D. Richwine and Brooke K. Richwine, from lots 5269, owned by Brenda L. Henning, trustee of the Brenda L. Henning Trust, number 5268, owned by Barco Investments LLC, number 5267, owned by Joshua Cooper, and number 5266, owned by Robert W. Fowles, and declaring an emergency. First reading.
Is there any action taken by council on this ordinance? Mrs. Ramos?
I move that we suspend rules on ordinance 13, 2026.
Do I have a second? Mr. Walker, thank you. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
All right, rules have been suspended. Mrs. Ramos,
I move that we pass ordinance 13, 2026.
do I have a second? Mr. Walker, thank you. Any discussion by community, administration, council, roll call.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
All right, ordinance 13, 2026 has passed.
Resolution number 5, 2026, a resolution by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Tuscarawas County, Ohio, authorizing the mayor to apply for financial assistance under the Nature Works grant program and declaring an emergency, second reading.
So the action we're taking on this resolution, yes, Mr. Alonso.
Yes, Mr. President, I ask that we suspend the rules on Resolution 5, 2026.
Do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Walker. Any discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
All right, rules have been suspended. Mr. Alonso.
Yes, Mr. President, I ask that we pass Resolution 5, 2026 this evening.
Do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Walker. In discussion by community, administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
No.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
All right, resolution 5, 2026 has passed.
Resolution number 7, 2026, a resolution indicating what services the city of New Philadelphia will provide to parcel number 25-00007.000 located in Goshen Township, Tuscarawas County, Ohio, upon annexation into the city of New Philadelphia and declaring an emergency, first reading.
So the action we're taking on this resolution, yes, Mrs. Ramos.
I move that we suspend the rules on Resolution 7, 2026.
Do I have a second? Mr. Ripa, thank you. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, rules have been suspended. Mrs. Ramos.
I move that we pass Resolution 7, 2026.
Do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Lanzer. In discussion by the community, administration, council, roll call.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, resolution 7, 2026 has passed.
Resolution number 8, 2026, a resolution indicating what services the city of New Philadelphia will provide to parcel number 25-00295.000, 25-00295.001, and 25-00295.002, located in Goshen Township, Tuscarawas County, Ohio, upon annexation to the city of New Philadelphia and declaring an emergency, first reading.
So the action we taking on resolution tonight, Mrs. Ramos.
I move that we suspend the rules for Resolution 8, 2026.
Do I have a second? Mr. Walker, thank you. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
All right, rules have been suspended. Mrs. Ramos.
I move that we pass Resolution 8, 2026.
Do I have a second? Mr. Sears, thank you. In the discussion from the community, administration, council, roll call.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, resolution 8, 2026 has passed.
Resolution number 9, 2026, a resolution by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio, approving a then and now certificate for the payment of an expenditure pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code 5705.41D and declaring an emergency. First reading.
Any action by council on this resolution?
Yes, Mr. President, a quick question of the law director. The next 6 are the same resolution for different items. Can we suspend the rules once on all of them, or do we have to do each one separately?
Because they're separate resolutions, I think you have to do
Okay,
them separately.
then I would move for suspension of the rules on Resolution 9.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Granville. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Our rules have been suspended.
I
Mr.
would move that
Ribbit,
we pass Resolution 9, 2026.
do you have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mr. Granville. Any discussion from the community, administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, resolution 9, 2026 has passed.
Resolution number 10, 2026, a resolution by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio, approving a then and now certificate for the payment of an expenditure pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code 5704.41D and declaring an emergency. First reading.
Any action taken on this resolution?
Yes,
Mr.
Mr. President, I am going to request that we suspend the rules on Resolution 10.
Do I have a second? Mr. Granville, thank you. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Our rules have been suspended. Mr. Ribbit,
I would move that we pass Resolution 10, 2026.
do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Granville. In discussion for the community, administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, resolution 10, 2026 has passed.
Resolution number 11, 2026, a resolution by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio, approving a then and now certificate for the payment of an expenditure pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code 5705.41D and declaring an emergency. First reading.
Reaction, Mr.
Yes,
Ribbit.
Mr. President, I would request that we suspend the rules on Resolution 11, 2026.
I have a second. Mr. Granville, thank you. In discussion from administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Ribbit,
Yes, I would move that we pass Resolution 11, 2026.
do I have a second? Mr. Granville, in discussion from the community, administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, resolution 11, 2026 has passed. Three
Res-
more to go.
Resolution number 12, 2026, a resolution by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio, approving a then and now certificate for the payment of an expenditure pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code 5705.41D and declaring an emergency. First reading.
Is there any action taken?
Believe it or not, yes, Mr. President, I would move that we suspend the rules on Resolution 12.
All righty then, I need a second. Oh,
Mr. Sears really wanted to.
I'm looking in the wrong direction. All right, in discussion from administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Rippeth.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lanzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Our rules have been suspended. Mr. Ribbit.
I would request that we pass Resolution 12, 2026.
Do I have a second?
Now he bails out.
Mr. Prineville,
Sorry,
thank
I got
you.
distracted.
You have to jump to your feet.
Any discussion for the community administration council roll call?
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, resolution 12, 2026 has passed.
Resolution number 13, 2026, a resolution by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio, approving a then and now certificate for the payment of an expenditure pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code 5705.41D and declaring an emergency. First reading.
So the action will be taken by council on this resolution. Mr. Ribbit.
I move for suspension of the rules on Resolution 13, 2026.
Mr. Sears, second, thank you. In discussion from administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, rules have been suspended. Mr. Ribbit, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I move that we pass Resolution 13, 2026.
Do I have a second? Mr. Sears, thank you. Any comments from the community, administration, council, roll call?
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, resolution 13, 2026 has passed.
Resolution number 14, 2026, a resolution by the council of the city of New Philadelphia, Ohio, approving a then and now certificate for the payment of an expenditure pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code 5705.41D and declaring an emergency. First reading.
So the action be taken by council on this resolution. Mr. Lonzer.
Yes, I move that we suspend the rules on Resolution 14, 2026.
Do I have a second?
Yes, Mr. President.
All right, Mr. River, thank you. In discussion by administration, council, roll call.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mr. Rippet.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, rules have been suspended. Now, Mr. Lonzer,
Yes, I move that we pass Resolution 14, 2026.
or do I have a second? Thank you, Mr. Sears. In discussion from the community, administration, council.
I got a comment.
Yes, Mr.
I just want to thank the auditor again for working to correct this issue that we had on our audit, and anybody else that helped you with it, make sure you thank them too, because we don't like seeing that on our audit being written up, so I appreciate her trying to correct this problem.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yep.
Roll call.
Mr. Lonzer.
Yes.
Mr. Sears.
Yes.
Mr. Kreinbell.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramos.
Yes.
Mr. Ribbit.
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes.
All right, resolution 14, 2026 has passed.
And that concludes legislation
All
for this
right.
evening.
Good work out for you. All right, is there any unfinished old business? Do we have any new business tonight?
Mr. President, I'd like to recognize our Health Commissioner, Nicole Beige, who was a torch carrier today for the Special Olympics. And it's good to see that she's well rested now.
Thank you. All right.
Mr.
Any old
President.
new business? Yes.
Mayor had it in his mayor's report, but just a congratulations to the New Philly, Central Catholic Buckeye graduates, for this year. Job well done, and, congratulations to all the parents. So.
Yes, definitely. Yes. Now, on to summer, right?
Yeah.
I didn't say a motion for adjournment.
So moved, Mr.
All right,
President.
thank you, Mr. Lonzo. Thank you, everyone.
8:33.
Do we need to suspend the rules for that?
Yeah.